Hi besties, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and so sorry for going away for like quite a while without dropping a new video, but I am back now and I was taking my time because I needed to prepare everything for this video besties. I needed to prepare everything and write down all the questions about this is a very educational video and I hope you will like it besties. About most frequently asked question during au pair visa at the German embassy. Okay, at the German embassy. So these are the most questions that they're most frequently asked. I have done my research, I took my time to see, but these ones are the top 10 questions and I will also give the answers to the questions. Okay besties, don't mind the shadow. I really need to buy a nice ring light for my videos to be, of course, better. Yeah, so besties, this is what the video will contain: the most frequently asked questions at the German embassy and the documents that you will need to apply for an au pair, for au pair, for the program of au pair. Which documents should you have, you as an au pair, and which documents should the host family have, or like the whole process about au pair. I'm gonna guide you in this video, so please besties, don't go anywhere. Besties, we are going to start with the requirements that you will need to become an au pair here in Germany. First of all, you need to be at least 18 to 26 years of age. If you're older than 26, then unfortunately the au pair program is not for you. Then try a country like France, Denmark, Sweden. Yeah, as they expect and they accept people who are the age between 30 until 30. Okay, those 3 countries I mentioned, or even more. You can do your research besties. You need to at least have the German A1 basic level. That's the second requirement. You need to be single, unmarried, and do not have any kids. Single, unmarried, and no kids. And if you have kids, please say you don't have kids. Please, how they know? Yeah, those are the 3 things that you need to know to become an au pair here in Germany. If you have those 3 things, you can apply for au pair. And you're wondering, where can I apply for this au pair program? Please, which website? Aupair.com is the only website now working for Africans. If you're in Africa, in Asia, the website Au Pair World is not working so good. No, it's not. In fact, it will refuse unless maybe you use VPN. So aupair.com is the website that I can now only recommend, and of course Facebook. I will tell you how you can find families there, but aupair.com, please open that website very late at night from 1 a.m. Bestie, don't sleep. Put an alarm clock, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., between that time. Open that website, it will accept. But if you open the website right now in the midday or in the morning, it will refuse to open. It will say, no, we don't accept your profile. Please open your website at night or very early in the morning. Be there to open. It will open, I promise you. And if it doesn't, don't come and say, oh, it did not happen, please help me. Try again. We are not giving up. Bestie, if you're in my channel, you know we are not giving up. Those who follow me on TikTok, I tell them all the time, if this one fails, try again. What's the worst that can happen? Saying no? Please always be a very open-minded person and be trying. Try to see things in a positive way. Okay? So yeah, and on Facebook, you just go to Facebook, and there on the search icon, search, for example, au pair in Germany. Join those groups: au pair in the Netherlands, au pair in Denmark. Join all the au pair groups in all the countries that you qualify to apply and as an au pair there. Always be very active in those groups. Post yourself and say what you're looking for, which kind of host family. Post nice pictures there and say you're looking for a host family to start between, in summer or in winter. Say it. And sometimes there are host families, they are also posting that they're looking for au pairs. I have a few people here that have also find host families on Facebook. Please make use of your Facebook. And if you have naughty pictures on your Facebook profile, please delete them or archive them somewhere and have nice pictures there now. Yeah, because you're not gonna show your bam bam there and expect your host family to say, yeah, please come. Also, the same goes for in the website. Please put really nice pictures there. On the first photo that the host family should see is you alone without any kid. No filters, no selfie, just a nice picture of you smiling. The second pictures, you can put the kids, you and the kids doing activities, you yourself riding a bicycle, going maybe for a hike, doing zip lining. Just make it a very, very fun profile now. Very sweet now. You can even ask ChatGPT for recommendation. And also, don't make your profile look like it's exactly copy pasted from ChatGPT. Try to put a little bit of sweet things there. Don't make it a very long profile that the host family is also tired of reading it. Don't send so a long message saying, hi, I'm Michelle from Kenya. I'm 25 years old. I come from this. Don't start saying what you have already put in your profile. Just say, hi, hello, my name is Michelle. I'm interested in your profile. I have read your profile and I have seen that you're looking for an au pair to start in August, and this time frame matches perfectly with me because of this and this. I also see that, for example, you have read the profile and you see the kid's name is called Brittany, for example, Brittany and Mark, for example, and one is 5 and another one is 6 years old. Oh, I have seen that because they usually write what the kids like to do. Brittany loves painting, loves riding bicycles. I would love to do this with Brittany. I also love painting, and when I'm free, I also like to ride bicycles. Mark likes to play football. I can also play with Mark football because when I was this and this, I used to love playing football since I was a kid. And please don't make it long, make it short and sweet, but please show them that you read the profile. Stop copy pasting a message for this family, send it to another family and they see it's copy pasted. They won't waste time reading your profile, bestie. Remember, you're not the only one looking for a host family. There's plenty of people looking for host families too. Au pairs from Asia, and you know the competition is very stiff. You're like thousands and thousands of au pairs, and there's fewer host families in their website. Bestie, please be extraordinary, stand out. And of course, on the aupair.com, you will see that some people are not premium members. You cannot unfortunately message this host family because you're also not a premium member. If you're both not premium members, you cannot see the messages. So I would advise you, if you have the money, pay for the app for 1 year for that website. But for 1 year, for 1 month. Hey, 1 year, no. 1 month. Pay for that website for 1 month. And bestie, do not sleep. Send at least 30 messages a day. Like me, I used to send until I see that all the host families have sent the message. The kaput, I don't have any more host families. I used to send 30 messages a day. If you pay for that aupair.com, make it worthwhile. And take your time. That's why I say at least 30. 15 messages until midday, 15 messages. Take your time to read the profile and send the message to the ones that you see they are active in that app. Don't waste your time to send to those ones who are not even active. Please. If you pay for that 7,000 Kenyan shillings, make it worthwhile. It's usually paid via PayPal, and you can also, if you want to know how you can do it, if you don't have a card, just download the M-Pesa app, and there under the global networks, go under the global networks. As you have the M-Pesa app now, global networks. See, there's already your Visa card. See, activate that Visa card. That Visa card number and the CVV, go put it there. They will deduct money directly from your M-Pesa. Yeah, and make sure you cancel the subscription after 1 month because 7,000 is a lot of money. That's someone's salary somewhere. Yeah. After 1 month, make sure you cancel. After paying, just cancel the subscription so that it doesn't come again in the next month. So, on the first question, when you go to the German Embassy, they will ask you to introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Are you comfortable in introducing yourself in German or in English? But if I was you, if I was in your shoes, I would say German, but I can not speak so good. You know, you can just say, I'm comfortable introducing myself in German, but the rest of the questions, I would like them to be in English, you know, because you have A1. They do not expect you to speak so good. Or you can say, maybe I can mix a bit of German and English. I can try my best, okay? So, if they ask you, like, introduce yourself, how are you going to do it? This is how I would do it. Hi, ich heiße Michelle Karaoke. Ich komme aus Kenia. Ich bin 25 Jahre alt und ich wohne jetzt zusammen mit meiner Schwester und meiner Mutter. Ja, just that. I don't think there's so much you need to say, because just introducing yourself, say where you come from, where you live, where, like, you know, what else? Your age. The most important question of them all, and they will ask you in different ways, besties. Please stick to the same answer that you would have said even if they ask it a different way. Why did you choose Germany? Why not Belgium? Why not Netherlands? Why Germany? Why Germany, bestie? So here, I think you should research a little bit about Germany. What are they known for? What is their culture? And this lipstick looks funny. I hope it doesn't look that funny to you, besties. Like, what is the culture? What do they, you know? For example, the festivals. There's a very big festival here in Germany called Oktoberfest. Many people travel around the world to come to this festival in Munich, nah? It's a very becant festival. You can mention the culture, like the festival, the Abendbrots, you know, the bread here. There's also a black forest here in Germany, which is called Schwarzwald. You can mention that. Just do your research why you picked Germany to do your cultural exchange program, because it's a cultural exchange program. So your answer should actually match the cultural exchange program that you're going to, like the cultures here in Germany. Make sure also the cars, they have really nice cars here. They produce, yeah, Germany is just known for producing really nice cars. BMW, Mercedes, mention all of them. So the G-Wagon, all those of the things, mention them and say that this is why I want to come. I want to experience the Oktoberfest. I want to visit the Schwarzwald, that is the Black Forest, and I also want to try out the Schwarzbrot, the black bread here. Yeah. The next question, besties. What will you do after your au pair year? Yeah, besties, what will you do after your au pair year? Giving you some time to think. What will you do after your au pair year? Please, bestie, just make sure this is the first question that you have to cram. I mean, all questions are important, but there are some that really determine if they're going to give you a visa or not. And this is one of them. You know what you're supposed to do? Here you're supposed to really have a concrete reason what you will do after your au pair year. First concrete reason is that you will always come back home. For me, I come from Kenya. I will come back home, and what will you do? I will come back home, for example, and study, or I will come and teach. I would like to learn German there and then come and teach here kids. You will have to have a concrete reason of why. You know, you have to convince them yourself that you will come back home. If you have businesses, if you are, you know, if you are employed in your country, let them write you a letter that you will come back and continue the work. You know, have a concrete reason as to why you will come back. And this is the same case with your documents. You have to support these questions with documents that, for example, if you're going to come back and study in Kenya, show that you will come back and study. Let the school write you a letter that you're taking a gap year, and then after that one gap year you will come back home and study. If you're thinking of joining tourism school, let them write you a letter from the tourism school and say that you will come back and, you know. And also pay a fee or something that has to be original, like sure, even you have paid for like the first trimester or something, like have a concrete reason that you will come back home. If you have like there's some people who have a land or something, the title deed, show them, give your birth certificates for your family, the copy of them, say that you have family here and you will come back. Yeah, basically you just have to prove that you will come back, because this is what they want to say. What will you do after your au pair year? What will you do, bestie? Just don't come say, oh, I will come back home and study, and you do not have proof that you will come back home and study. Have proof. Support your answer with proof, bestie. Next question. Do you have family or know anyone in Germany? Do you? Or do you have family generally in Europe? Even if you do, bestie, say no. Don't say yes now. Don't say yes, you have. Even if you know someone, just say no. Say no. Yeah. Just say you do not know anyone, so that they do not think that this someone can, you are going there, and then you there. If you have someone, they will definitely know that you're not coming back, bestie. Just say you don't know anyone. Okay? So besties, the next question is of course about your host family. Sometimes the embassy will ask you 2 questions, sometimes 1 question, sometimes 5 questions, sometimes 8. It depends. It depends with who is interviewing you, who is the consular. Sometimes they don't ask you all these questions. These are the questions that you're supposed to just know in general. So about your host family, how old are your host parents? Just to see if you read the contract, because in the contracts it mentions the age of the host family, what do they do for work, those things. What is the address of your host family? You should have that in mind. In which city are you going to do your au pair, or in which, in welchem Stadt, Bundesland, where are you going to apply to do your au pair? How old are your host kids? Just to see if you read the contract. How much pocket money? This one they asked me at the embassy in Amsterdam, the German embassy in Amsterdam. They asked me, how much pocket money will you get per month? They asked me. So just read your contract, see what is there about your host parents, everything about your host parents. Just know in case they ask you. In case, sometimes they do not ask, but just know, just in case. Especially with the address. I know that it's hard to cram the things, but just make sure you know. This is another question that they might ask is, why is au pair important in your career path? How does having that gap year match with what you want to, how does it help you in your career? How do you, you have to show that there is a connection, that I take this gap year maybe because of course I want to study tourism in Kenya and I want to learn the language and the culture, and it's important when the tourists come here in Kenya that they can also be comfortable. If they do not speak English, I can also speak German. There are so many jobs that they need you to have other languages, like just foreign languages. So make sure it matches a little bit with your career path, please, because they will see how much, they will see everything in your motivation letter. Everything that you say there, they might even ask you, like what you wrote in your motivation letter, they will ask you some questions there from it. And maybe you're the one who did not write your motivation letter by yourself. You're going to be in big trouble. If you paid someone to write you the motivation letter and you have not crammed what is there, and you're the one who is supposed to have written it. So what you write in your motivation letter about the career path should match with what you're saying now on the interview to the consular. So besties, you remember that the second question that I asked you, besties, why Germany? Why not another country? They might ask you in another way. Why do you want to become an au pair in Germany? Remember, this question is the same one as to the other one. So the answer, should be the same. They just want to see if you stick to the same answer. Okay? Next, besties, we will go to the documents needed for the application of the au pair. I'm saying this application of au pair specifically in Germany, and then I will do another one for in the Netherlands, but for now we are focusing on Germany. Which documents will they require from your side? First, you will need to have the German A1 certificate, of course, to prove that you have the A1 basic level. Second of all, you will need your KCSE certificate. Since I come from Kenya, that is like a secondary school certificate to show that, to prove that you went to school for at least 12 years. So they will ask for it. So you do not need to take your primary school certificate or anything. Just take your secondary certificate to prove that you went to school 12 years. Third of all, they will ask for your passport. Actually, that's the first thing. All the documents, passport, everything in original and in 2 copies each. For example, my passport, I have to photocopy my passport 2 copies each. As in, I hope you understand. I don't know if that's the case now, but at my time that was the case. You have to, each document 2 copies. That of all, you will need a passport photo that is meeting the standards of German, because for example, the passport photo for applying a visa in USA is different one for applying to a visa in Germany. So please check what the photo requirements are. Everything is on their website, what kind of photo they want. If you do not have, don't panic. I think they also have a machine there where you can take, which is expensive, of course. Another thing that you will need to have is your motivation letter from your side. These all things I'm saying are from your side. Motivation letter, it doesn't have to be in German. Please don't panic and translate everything on Google. I did that, and of course I was denied a visa. I wrote the motivation letter in English the second time. Please write your motivation letter in English, because they know you have A1 and you don't have the capability to write a whole letter in German. So English is fine. The next thing you will need to have is a gapless CV. What is a gapless CV, you wonder? This is a CV that doesn't have any gaps. Every year in your life is accounted for. So this CV should look like, I would have shown you, but I don't have it now. For example, now it's 2026. You start with 2026. What am I doing now? To the year 2007 for me is when I started primary school. And then, primary school, I finished in 2014. I got this certificate. From there, I went to high school until 2018. I got this certificate. Blah, blah, blah. I got employed. They want to just see what have you been doing your whole life until now. That is a gapless CV. A CV that does not have any gaps. Like every year in your life is accounted for. From the day you went to school until now, they want to see. And please, bestie, I realized that my CV failed me because on the letter of explanation that I got why they denied me the visa, I read it again recently because I still have it, and it had said that my CV is not matching with the things that I wrote on my motivation letter. It wasn't matching. I said like I volunteered somewhere, I didn't do anything that shows that the interest until my life now that they can give me a visa for au pair. Like at least, for example, if you volunteered somewhere, mention it there on the CV. If you for example, if you had child experience, things that you did with childcare, if you went for a first aid course, those things. Just don't have your CV looking bad, because your CV speaks for you. If you're not, like, that is the thing that speaks for you. If your CV is really good, I don't see a reason of them denying you a visa. If the CV is really looking good, you went to school, not like me, I was having so much gaps in my life that I just wrote there working with my mom at her job, working with my, I didn't have so much to do. In my years, I was mostly not having things to do, and they think that's what they saw, and I was too honest, and I put there working with my mom at the job, blah 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 blah. Please say you did something. Don't be like me. Just show them you did something, not like me, because mine was just working from 2020 to 2021, working 1 year with my mom, blah blah blah, working. See, try to do something, get what I mean? Let it be something concrete, like something that they can see, oh, this girl was really doing something with her life at this time. And yeah, I cannot show you the copy of my CV now because I don't even know where it is, but you can also ask your GPT. Okay, please prepare yourself very well. Obviously, that I forgot to mention, actually I didn't forget it, the support documents, bestie. Documents that support your whole things that you have been saying, you're coming back, to show that you're coming back. Please bring those documents, the support documents. If you have a land title deed, if you have something, if you had a job, let them, the company, write you a letter that you come back and do the job after the 1 year. If you want to come back to school, to go to school, have the school write you a letter and show at least a proof of payment that you're gonna come back and study. Because you have to say you're coming back, even if you know you're not coming back. Say you are coming back, because the purpose of this program is that you go 1 year for a foreign country, the culture exchange, and then you go back home. Most of us stay, but that's not the purpose of the program. Just say you will come back home, okay? So those are the only documents needed from your side. Now let's go from the host family side. What documents do they need? So besties, I have the documents. I prepared them yesterday for what you will need on the host family side. Oh besties, and I also have my CV here. Good thing, then I can show you. So on the beginning of your CV, it's like this, but no problem. There have to be your address. There has to be your address, your telephone number, your email, and where you were born. You can include that so that they can see your nationality and your the languages you speak. On the second, on this place should be your school, from when you started school. There has to be the things that I told you, from when you started school until now. Now, what are you doing? What have you been doing? And then I had another second page. Yeah, and then you will also write what can you do, your competence and Unfähigkeiten. I don't know how to say that in English. Like for example, you are good at doing, you're patient and communicative, you're innovative, or you're organized, you are a very organized person, you're very goal oriented and flexible. Yeah. And what are your interests, like hobbies? For example, all of that should be in your CV. Like this is Agape CV. Now let's go to the documents that they need now. Oh, and also don't forget to include the referees in your CV. Another thing I want to show you for sure is my motivation letter. Here is my motivation letter. On this side, so besties, what I was saying, the motivation letter, I can attach it here on an overlay so that you can see how it is. And maybe, I don't care if you copy it, it's your own problem. If you want your motivation letter to look like mine, this is, I mean, if you want to see it as an example, it's okay, but I will attach it here. So, for example, I will just read how I started. Dear Sir, Madam, my name is Michelle. I'm 23 years old and I come from Nakuru, Kenya, where I was living with my family. I'm a native speaker of English, and then I went ahead and said a little bit about my host family. I said, then first I said how I learned German. Now, see? I joined Goethe Institute in Nairobi and studied German language up to A2. I then did my German A1 exams and passed. I must admit that my interest in learning German started when I first discovered about Aupair program. I actually started learning online using Duolingo before I joined the Goethe Institute. I used to watch some German documentaries and I learned about the Oktoberfest and some traditional German food such as Schwarzbrot. I also learned that Germany has some of the best car brands in the world, namely Audi, Porsche, and Mercedes. I would also really love to visit some of these most iconic German castles and monuments. I always see them in pictures and documentaries. My host family lives in Hamburg. It's a nice and clean city with lots of nature. See, I am saying about what I know about so far about the city. They see that I know a little bit about Germany and what they're known for. I'm so very much excited because I love to explore, learn, and can't wait to spend a year there. Besides that, since being here in the Netherlands, I've also been to Düsseldorf and I love it. I would like to become an au pair in Germany because I would get a chance to learn German, interact with people on a daily basis, experience the German culture, lifestyle, and food. And I will also get the chance to gain some valuable experience with kids in a different country other than Kenya. Also, learning German is of particular importance to me because after my au pair program, I want to go back to Kenya and join Kenya Utalii College and study tourism and hospitality. And the course is a 2.5-year certificate program. I want to pursue and improve my hospitality and tourism skills, especially after my au pair end-of-year program, as I would have learned the German language, culture, and lifestyle. The program also will give me the chance to travel to another country, which will be of most interest to me when it comes to tourism. And I would have interacted with people in another country, learned a new language, history, and traditions, which will help me afterwards when I start studying. Other than that, I would like to reunite with my family and share all my experience with them that I have gained in Europe as a continent. Then comes the advantages that I will have in my career with a good knowledge of German language. I would have gained the knowledge and skills I would have gained by learning German are and having the au pair gap here are. Translation will come in handy if some of the tourists can't understand English. I would have learned essential skills, especially in taking responsibility of the things that needed to be taken care of. It will be easier to obtain jobs since I would have completed my German up to C1 level, and I would have interacted with German people and got to know more about their culture. And lastly, I would stand out from the rest since I would be able to speak a very important foreign language. I could also start teaching beginning levels as a part-time job in Kenya. German is also one of the leading economies in the whole of Europe, so knowing the language and culture will open doors for me in terms of employment. Yeah, that's what I wrote. I'm very excited, happy, and looking forward to be given a chance to do the au pair program and get to experience the German culture, language, and lifestyle, gain more experience working with kids, be with a new family, and lastly continue to improve my German language skills. I truly hope I'm given this chance and I'm certain that I will make the best out of it. Kind regards, Michelle Wanjiro, and don't forget the signature. It is, if you don't have the signature, it's not official. Please sign. With this, we now go what are the documents that the host family will be asked from you. First of all, you will need the au pair contracts. How does an au pair contract look and where can they get these contracts? They can download the contract on aupair.com. Aupair.com, you can download the contract there. And yeah, so the contract looks, and it has to include your name and the name of the host family, and of course where the address is. And then there will be on the first page general conditions, the second page host family rights and duties, the third page is your au pair rights and duties, and of course your pocket money. And then the fourth page will be about your language class. Yeah, because they have to pay your language classes only 2 levels. They're supposed to pay for only 2 levels, so don't expect more after the 2 levels, okay? And if you want to terminate the contract, that is also on the 4th page. Okay, read your contract besties so you can see what are the things that you like to do and not. The second document that they will ask from the host family is the what is it called? Questionnaire in English. Here in Germany it's called Fragebogen für die Gastfamilie. Here they will have to include your name, and then their name and where they live, and then they have to answer all of those questions that are asked. Is the au pair coming to be a nanny? Is the au pair coming to do this and this? Yeah, what is the au pair's birthday? Things, because you're not supposed to be, just things that they are supposed. You can download also this. The host family, if in case they don't know where they can download the questionnaire, it is in the Agentur für Arbeit. Agentur für Arbeit. They can just go and download this questionnaire for au pair. It is there. Just tell them they have to download it at the Agentur für Arbeit and then fill it and then send it to you. They can send it to us as a file or as post. It will arrive. The next thing that you will need is the health insurance. They will need to send you the health insurance. They have to already request it, and most au pairs use Dr. Walter health insurance. You can tell them the Dr. Walter health insurance is good. Yes, this will also be all these documents you will get to be asked at the meeting. And this is how the insurance looks, by the way. Yeah. The next thing that they will ask, of course, is the proof of the address. It's called in German Meldebescheinigung. Meldebescheinigung. That is what they will ask, and you will need to take it to the embassy. Okay? All these documents you have to combine with your documents and take them to the embassy on the day of your interview. So make sure they can get this, the Meldebescheinigung, at the Ausländerbehörde. I don't know where they usually get it, but yeah, they're supposed to get it somewhere here in Germany and then send it to you. Okay, they to just prove that they live in that address with the kid's name there, with the wife's name, just they are all in that address. Those are the only things that you will need from the host family sides. Other than that, there's nothing else that they will ask you. Yeah, bestie. So what are you waiting for? Let's go to the next thing. We have to complete the whole journey process about becoming an au pair in Germany. How do you book the visa appointment? Very easy, bestie. You go to the German Embassy website. If you're in Nairobi or in Kenya in general, just go to the German Embassy Nairobi website, and there you will go under the national visa. You will pick the national visa option. Under national visa, you will see au pair visa, and there is actually you will book. I don't know if it's under national visa, but I'm sure it's under national visa. There you can book an appointment, and currently there's a waiting list. I don't know for how long, but there is a waiting list. The time that I was applying, there was no waiting list, and I used to find appointments very late at night, at Sunday night at around 1 a.m. I used to find appointments. And when I was in the Netherlands, it was also very difficult to secure an appointment, and I used to wake up very early in the morning on Monday before they open the website at 8. I was there already, there, like typing everything. You have to be very, very fast when securing up an appointment, because many people are waiting for this exact appointment. So just be there. Have already crammed your passport number, because they will ask for the passport number. Have it in your head, your full name. Be very fast in typing your email, blah blah blah, all of those things. Type them very fast, basically, because it's like 1 second delay, you miss the appointment. Be very fast. Be very, very fast. Yeah. Monday morning, for those who are in the Netherlands, they open Monday morning every day at 8. They have new appointments, but you have to be very, very fast. In fact, you have to be there 7:50. From 7:50, be at the website and keep refreshing it. And when it's already 8 o'clock, don't refresh the website anymore. Do not, otherwise you will miss the appointment. Yeah, that is all for the au pair in Germany. I hope this video has been helpful, and next I'm dropping the au pair video, the requirements for Netherlands and the questions that they will ask you, of course, at the embassy, at the Sunshine Aupair, all those Nini agencies. What questions should you expect? What is the process, the documents needed? Next is coming is for the Netherlands now. I've spoken too much German, but yeah, too much English. Besties, thank you so much for watching this video until now. God bless you, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because this is a very informative video. Please share to your younger friends if you have. Share it. Comment down below if you did not understand something. I'm very happy, gladly to repeat it. Okay, bye bestie.